Turn 16 is now complete. HBG's Global War 1939 Ultra. Germany. They do now have Calcutta surrounded. 8 infantry came in against a King Tiger and a Panzer V by themselves. And the 8 infantry were lost. And they killed a Panzer V. The reason I basically suicided those infantry in is because Calcutta needs reinforcements so badly. In fact, if Germany would have left their bombers down here, they would take Calcutta this turn. But Germany is busy trying to win the game, or I guess not lose the game, in Japan. Now, Japan has, it's such a big pile, I'm still not going to get into it. It can't be dropped yet. Now, Japan did lose a bomber this turn and a heavy bomber. They're busy trying to keep these convoy boxes open, but they're running out of planes to do that with. Now the Italians brought over 2 guys this turn and 2 transport planes. And that should start happening every turn. A steady 4 or 5 fighters should be going into Japan every turn. Now, they're not there yet. But the thing about fighters and bombers, for example, these bombers are going to be there this turn. Once these German planes catch up and all these Italian planes catch up, now all of a sudden the U.S. can't necessarily defend their Navy. Although it might not matter because the U.S. built 7 planes, 2 heavy bombers, and now that they've landed en masse into Japan, here, really they don't need infantry anymore. They can just build bombers all day long. Eventually, Japan's going to run out. Now, Japan's still building 10 infantry a turn. That's all they've been building. They always have a little bit of leftover money. So the $55 a turn it costs them to build the 10 infantry because of the bombing raids, well, all that money's gone. Now Japan's down to about 35 bucks, which means they get about $3 this turn, or 3 guys this turn. And that is not going to be able to cut it for very long. I should just take a look here. 10, 20, 40. Yeah, it's not even close yet. The U.S. needs 20 more planes, and at least 10. And then, even then, it's 50-50. So, Japan has life. Not next turn, but the turn after, they'll have to start worrying about their capital. But by then, they'll have these bombers in there, and these fighters and these bombers, and this bomber, and those fighters and transport this, trying to get 5 planes in a turn there. Again, the battle comes down to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where the game is. Then I'll have to go straight bombers for what? I'll have to end up having to go straight bombers once this spot is lost. And this spot might be lost this turn. So Germany has to hurry up and get over there. They're not ready for it. This spot can't fall. U.S. is coming in. No one actually knows what to do because you always want to take Calcutta once that's out of the way. It opens that up. Always want to take London. But the game is going to come down to how long, well, can Tokyo be dropped? Very interesting game. I guess there's still some battles down here. Now also here, in the long game, if this was just a game of finances where Tokyo didn't matter, the Axis would win this game. But in this game, in an unlimited turn game, you have to just own Tokyo or Berlin for a turn and the Axis lose. Because in the long game, Germany's getting about 14 units a turn into Liverpool. The UK is only getting about 10. And the UK's losing Africa. The FEC's losing territory in India. I guess those lines are drawn. They'll never get through that because China's going to pile in there. So, regardless of the situation, the UK is falling. Germany's getting more in there per turn. So in the long game, London and FEC will definitely fall. So the game will come down to this, Tokyo. The game's gonna come down to Tokyo. When can it be dropped? And again, there's going to be so many, I don't even know how many planes are gonna be in there in the next two turns. 7, 8, 9, plus 4, plus 9, 13, 22 planes are gonna be in there this turn. Or I mean, in the next two turns. In theory, Japan will have 22 more planes in there. So, and a lot of them are transport planes, but it's interesting. No idea who's going to win. And we'll see you in turn 17.